Yo, what's up, guys? Okay, so it's a little bit different of a video. I want to address the kind of upcoming update that's going to be coming to Clash of Clans. And now my channel and all I care about in Clash of Clans is literally just Legends League. So that's all we're going to focus on today. So, Supercell is planning on adding, I don't know if it's next season or the season after, but they're planning on adding harder modifiers for different tiers of Legends. So I think the highest layer, they call it layers. So that the highest layer, I guess, the modifiers are going to be like, it's speculation, but they could revert to the old modifiers in the top 10,000 of Legends, or it could be like a little bit less than 20%, because 20% was the old modifiers. Could be like 18, but either way, the point is, in the top 10,000 of Legends, the modifiers are going to increase, and it's going to be harder. And this is partly, I assume, obviously, I think it's kind of common sense, it's due because now the game is too easy, because Supercell thought adding a broken hero that doesn't die, they thought that would be a good idea to add to the game. So they're like, okay, well, we made the 20% modifiers in the old modifiers, they made it too hard, so we're going to nerf defenses, we're going to give throwers a new buff, and we're going to add an unkillable hero to the game. Okay, so what did that do? Obviously, it made the game too easy. So now they have to add different tiers, I guess, to Legends. So, top 10,000, they are going to make it harder. But the reason this irritates me is because my attack is very sensitive to modifiers, because it's very hard, takes a lot of skill. So I'm not going to be able to push with it when these updates are added to Legends. And it's very frustrating, because it's just like, this doesn't help the game. It doesn't balance the game. Attacks that aren't throwers or some sort of ground smash with the Dragon Duke, if it's not that, the army's actually pretty balanced. Like, Legends is healthy. It's in a good state right now. There are just like 2 or 3 attacks that are just completely broken because of the new Dragon Duke, or because throwers got a buff. And I know throwers got a nerf, but it's just not enough. So that's why, because people who, I'm just going to be blunt, people who quite frankly suck at the game, they're averaging like 280 with thrower spam, and that's not how it should be. But Supercell's solution to that is to just make every single attack harder. So what that's going to do is, there are just some attacks that in the top 10,000 of Legends that just aren't going to be able to be able to use and push high with. And when I say push high, I mean get top 1k, top 1,000 in the world. So like, when these modifiers are set in place, I am not going to be able to push for top 1,000 with Fireball Lalo. It's just going to be impossible. The modifiers will be too hard. It's just impossible. And it's just dumb, because Supercell also said that they realized that the meta is not healthy, or it hasn't been healthy. And what they mean by that, it just hasn't been diverse in a lot of town halls. And I will say, the meta right now, in higher Legends at least, is the most diverse it's ever been since Town Hall 16. But I still think they want it to be a little bit more diverse. It's kind of what I get from that message, where they say it's not been healthy, so they're going to try to fix that. But adding higher or harder modifiers to higher tiers of Legends isn't going to solve that, because you're making some attacks that people push with right now unusable. So everybody's going to have to spam throwers or use some sort of ground attack, which kind of sucks, because Supercell just doesn't realize that the answer to fixing or balancing the game isn't to just make every single attack harder. That's just not the answer. You're just going to, the answer is to just nerf it, and if people who suck, if they cry and complain about it, will get better at the game. Stop spamming 15 throwers in a single tile, and just closing out of the app because you 3-star instantly when you spam 15 throwers on a tile, and just get good at the game. They just need to nerf the broken attacks. That's how you fix it. It's as simple as that. But for some reason, Supercell just can't see that. It's like they're, developers just don't even play their own game, which is kind of sad. It's kind of sad, honestly. But yeah, so And just to kind of like further the point is like the gap in strength and between like something like thrower. We'll just use thrower spam. It's just a great example. It's the strongest attack in the meta. It works on esports, which is ridiculous. But the strength gap between it and we'll just say my attack, Fireball Lalo, and it's not as wide right now. It's not like astronomically wide right now because I can almost average what a player who uses spams throwers does. I average like 270 anywhere from there. A thrower spammer averages like depending on the person using it. Uh we'll say like around about 280, 290. Well, actually no, cuz 290 that's like top 200. We'll say like 280. Like not your average, but like your above average spammer, like probably averages around 280, maybe high 280s with thrower spam. I average like 270 with Fireball Lalo, but when you add these modifiers, it widens that gap and reinforces the meta that's already stated very very much. So like, for example, this is kind of spitballing here, but this is like it's to give you an idea. If these modifiers are set in place, we'll say 20% because we've had that before. With Fireball Lalo, I would probably average in old modifiers. I would probably average like 230, 220, 230 with Fireball Lalo. But a thrower spammer would probably average 250 just because it's just that stronger of attack. It's just that much stronger. It just the gap increases. It reinforces the meta. If you want to change the meta or like make the game harder, you freaking nerf the broken attacks. That's just how it is. That's how you get a diverse meta. That's how you make the game not so easy. You just nerf the attacks that are broken that a literal primate, a monkey from the Amazon, a primate could literally average 260 with in Legends. Cuz a monkey could spam all of their troops on a single tile. On a single tile. I can guarantee you a monkey could spam all of the troops down right there and close out of the app in 3-star. Guaranteed. So like it's just dumb what they're doing with the game. So it's like I'm going to have to switch my attack. I'm going to have to use an attack that I don't want to use. I might never get top 1000 with Lalo because of that. If I don't get it this season, and if they include that next season, for example, I'm not going to be able to get top 1K with Lalo. It'll literally be impossible. And it's very unfortunate what Supercell is doing. It's like they just don't play their game, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of Supercell just not understanding how the game works. It's just sad because adding harder modifiers, it's not going to do anything. The meta at top 10,000 will be exactly the same. All you're doing by doing that is literally just making a few attacks unusable. That's all you're doing. So that's why it is it's kind of ridiculous. That's literally all it's going to do. That's all the harder modifiers is going to accomplish. All it's going to accomplish is just to freaking make my attack and other attacks unusable. Unless you're like Dark or like Synthé. You could make Fireball Rocket Balloons work in the old modifiers. I mean, Synthé ended like, what was it, like 62nd in the old modifiers with Rocket Balloons because he's a world champion esports player. But yeah, I don't understand. I understand making the game harder for those competitive people like myself in the top 1000, but making the game harder, it's not just as simple as just increasing the modifiers. Or it shouldn't be. That shouldn't, because that's the easy way out. That just shouldn't be how it is. It should be make the attacks that are broken, make them harder. I know I keep repeating that, but it's just true. That's what needs to be done. That's how you make the meta more diverse. You know what I mean? And it's very unfortunate because I am a very competitive player. I am in the top 10,000 all season long. So it's like I will have to revert to a different attack. And it's just sad because this is my favorite attack. I love this attack. And the modifiers right now are absolutely perfect for my attack. It's just not perfect for the people who freaking spam throwers in a single tile. And it's ridiculous. So, that's kind of my thoughts on the new Legends. I think it's dumb. Or what they're going to do with Legends. Obviously, this isn't going to be implicated until at least, like, next season, from what I'm gathering. But yeah, so that's what's going to be happening with Legends. It's going to suck to play Legends. I'm going to be honest. It's going to suck. Like, playing Legends next season, if they add this, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be not very fun at all. Because, like, I'm not going to get to use the attack I want to use. It's going to be, like, absurdly difficult, where I'm going to 3-star, like, twice a day, 3 times a day. And people who spam throwers are going to 3-star, like, 5 times a day, because it's the most broken attack Clash of Clans has ever seen. And the least skill an attack has ever been in Clash of Clans. And it's just sad that's what this game has reverted to. But either way, that's all I have for you folks today. I just kind of wanted to give my thought process on that. What is going to happen with my channel? This might be the last season I ever do with Fireball Lalo, just because it won't be able to be used when these modifiers are in place. But either way, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. We'll keep pushing this season, and yeah, so, peace.